Welcome to Duke Devil 95. My name is Brad Burnett, and today I'm going to be talking about the premiere episode of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Yeah, I'm a week behind, I know it. Let's get to it anyway. This episode of The Adventures of Mando and Grogu in Space is entitled Chapter 17, The Apostate. As we open up on this episode, we see the armorer building what appears to be a helmet. Who's this helmet for? Well, you see, the children of the Watch are about to indoctrinate another child into their clan. He's going to take the oath, swear the creed. This is the way. We see all these Mandalorians standing on the shoreline of what appears to be a lake. They're all wearing very multicolored armor, a lack of solidarity, in my opinion, among Mandalorians now, and as we've seen in prior shows. But they're all there, and it's a very important ceremony. The ceremony is about to conclude. The child now has his helmet on, which he'll wear for the rest of his life. As 10-year-old kid, yeah, I'll wear this forever. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a giant, I'm calling it a space gator because that's what it looks like. A space gator jumps out of the water and attacks all the Mandalorians. First thing it says to me is, well, clearly they filmed this in Florida because that's where space gators are kept. Okay, we just got regular gators, but you know, Disney World is here, and if you're going to find a space gator, probably the best place to find it, it's going to be maybe on the shores of the Polynesian Village or maybe in the lake in Epcot. So space gator attacks. And this space gator has a lot more skills apparently than some of the greatest warriors in the galaxy, the Mandalorians, because space gators kicking their asses. The Mandalorians are firing their blasters at them, but nothing's happening. They're completely unprepared and unskilled and are just being laid to waste with a bunch of chomp chomp bites and tail thrashes. A few of them, remember, they got jetpacks, but that doesn't work either because tail thrashes just thrashes them all over the place. The armorer jumps into the scene and she's apparently going to do something with her hammer and chisel, I guess, when thankfully for the Mandalorians, out of nowhere, shows up what I'm telling you is the best starfighter any bounty hunter who collects bounties could have. It is an N1 Naboo starfighter with one pilot seat and one droid cockpit, because that's how you keep your bounties in that tiny ass starship. Anyway, this starship flies around and just starts blasting away at the gator. Rockets, blasters, gator's gut explodes everywhere. The N1 starfighter lands on the ground. Who's piloting it? Well, of course, it's Mando Din Djarin. And who's back in the little droid cockpit under a glass? It's everyone's favorite piece of Disney merchandise. It's Grogu. Now we have a scene with Mando in the armor in a cave. This is basically a repeat of what happened in Boba Fett. If you didn't see Boba Fett, don't feel bad. Very few people did. There was one episode where Mando showed up and the entire episode was Mando. And he was cast out from his clan because he took his helmet off, which is an unforgivable sin among his clan. But there's a way he can redeem himself and cleanse himself of his sins. And that's to bathe in the living waters of the mines of Mandalore. The armorer says, it's been destroyed. There's nothing left. Mando says, no, I have evidence otherwise. I have this piece of glass. It's got some Mandalorian writing on it. And if I go to Mandalore and bathe in the living waters, I will be redeemed. We don't get a response from the armorer, but I'm thinking Mando's hoping, yeah, that'll be good. Then I can rejoin the clan that cast me out. Now, Mando's on his way through hyperspace, and along the way, we get an Easter egg for any Rebels fans. We see what appears to be shadows of some sort of creature. Well, what are those creatures? Those are Purgles. Purgles are the space whales you saw in Rebels. Grogu, who is force sensitive, as are the Purgles. They sense each other. Maybe there's something there, maybe not. You know what? It's a nice Easter egg for the Rebels fans. Anyway, where's Mando going? Mando is going to Navarro. Navarro is a planet that featured a lot in the first season. That's where the final battle happened. And why is he going to this planet? Well, he needs something for his quest. So what we are now on is our side quest. He arrives at the planet and meets with Greef Karga. Greef Karga is, of course, played by Carl Weathers, a.k.a. Apollo Creed, a.k.a. Action Jackson, a.k.a. Father of Adonis Creed, as Apollo Creed. Greef Karga says, We've turned Navarro into a glistening gem. It is a trade port of respect and repute now. We are not some, edge of the galaxy way station for criminals. We are respectable now. So this former bounty hunter criminal has now made himself respectable. Where have I heard that before? Where have I heard that? Oh yeah, that was called 1980 Empire Strikes Back. Lando Calrissian. Okay, whatever. Mando's there, and he's like, I have a job. I have a quest. I got to do something. Grief's like, no, wait. I can offer you land. You can become a marshal. You can live here. You and your little buddy green guy can do your thing. It's all good. Mando's like, no, I have to redeem myself. And as they're having this discussion, well, now trouble comes into town, because that's what happens on the edge of the galaxy, in the Outer Rim. You see, some pirates showed up. These are pirates that Grief Karga knew back in his bounty hunter days. And why are the pirates there? Well, because they want a drink. Oh, fine. I like having a drink. Having a drink is fine. But these pirates want to drink in a school. What is this about? Apparently these pirates, back in the day, did some work with Grief Karga, along with their boss, the pirate king named Gorian Shard. Now they just want to have a drink. At the school, which used to be a saloon, which the money that they got in some of their prior dealings was able to build. Ridiculous as it sounds, it is completely ridiculous, but apparently it's what we get to build conflict. Grief Karga's like, no, you can't drink in the school. Let's come back to my place. And the pirate named Vane is like, no, we're going to drink here because I want to drink here. This used to be a saloon. I remember it was a saloon. I don't care if it's a school now. I'm going to drink here. What does this lead to? Quick blaster fight. Mando kills every other pirate except Vane. And Grief Karga's like, this is a respectable place now. We don't have pirates here anymore. You go tell Pirate King Gorian Shard his kind is not welcome here anymore. We are good people. And off they go. Do you think they're going to show up again? Of course they are. So now Mando tells Grief his plan. Mando wants IG-11. IG-11 is the droid that helped save Grogu in the first season. Looks like IG-88 if you remember the original trilogy. But he also got blown to pieces. They used the pieces to make a statue to honor the heroic bounty hunter who somehow saved Navarro. Mando goes, I can fix him. They go to a mechanic shop and start piecing them together, and somehow Mando, with droid skills out of nowhere, repairs the droid. And IG-11 reverts to his original programming, which was kill the asset, kill the asset. Who's the asset? Grogu. So now he's attacking Mando and Grogu, Terminator 1 style. Half of the body crawling across the floor trying to get Grogu. We now play hot potato with Grogu, passes him to Grief Karga, and Mando, a great bounty hunter, apparently can't hit something 3 feet away from him. Blast, blast, blast. Still missing all the shot. You would think this guy's a stormtrooper from the original trilogy. What stops the crazy droid? Grief Karga's protocol droid dropping a statue on its head. So now the droid that Mando needs to search the minds of Mandalore is gone. But don't worry, we have a way to save him, because you see, the best droidsmiths are on Navarro. We go to a small little droid repair shop, which is run by Anzellans. If you don't know what Anzellans are, that's fair. Maybe you missed Rise of Skywalker. If you didn't, I hope we put it out of your memory. Because Anzellans are the Babu Freak people. Yes, little Babu Freak. Fix the droid, fix the droid. That's what he was. So now they're going to try to fix IG-11. They speak in broken galactic basic, which is English basically. And Grief Karga translates Sigourney Weaver style from Galaxy Quest. I have one job on the ship, is to say what the computer says, and damn it, I'm going to do it well. I think the scene is supposed to be funny because it's kind of stupid. Ultimately, what the Babu Freak people say is the droid can be fixed, but it needs a memory unit. And we just don't have it. Mando goes, well, what if I find a memory unit? Oh, hell yeah, we can fix it then. Now we got another side quest. So while we got diverted with the side quest of the pirates attacking, new side quest, we got to go get a memory unit. Off we go to get that memory unit. Mando leaves the planet, but what happens? He is now attacked. So now we have the random party attacking out of nowhere. Another RPG trope. The pirates attack. He's able to take out 5 of the 6 of them, leaving Pirate Vane alone. Pirate Vane is able to lead them, Mando, back to the capital ship where Pirate King Gorian Shard is. Now, if you've ever watched any Sid and Marty Krofft, Land of the Lost, or maybe Doctor Who with Tom Baker in the early 80s, this is what this thing looks like. It is bad. It looks like crap. It looks like just someone stuck a bunch of seaweed on a skeleton. If it showed up in Spaceballs, it would work. But this is Star Wars. It looks terrible. What does Pirate King Gorian Shard say? You killed my men, Mandalorian. Stand down. All these gun turrets are facing Mando and Grogu. What does Mando do? He just hits the gas. That's it. Punches the gas, bolts away, and the Pirate Kings just stand around like, what? What just happened? Oh, I'm upset. That was the extent of the action of this scene. That's it. So back to our role-playing game scenario here. Mando has the quest to get the memory unit. What do you think you would do if you were in this situation? What would you do if you were playing the classic Knights of the Old Republic game? Would you go get it? Go find that memory unit? Or would you go off on a side quest because maybe you talk to some guy on the planet? Well, I guess Mando's going to do another side quest because he stops at a planet in the Mandalorian system called Kalevala. What's on Kalevala? There's a Mandalorian castle. Who's in that castle? Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan used to lead the Night Owls. If you watched Rebels and the Clone Wars, you knew her family used to lead Mandalore. She's played by Katie Sackhoff. If you've ever watched Battlestar Galactica, you know who Katie Sackhoff is. If you haven't watched Battlestar Galactica, the remake version, go watch it now. For the love of God, go watch it. It is so damn good, much better than The Mandalorian. Anyway, Bo-Katan is sitting in, I guess, what's the throne room, just lounging on the throne. No one else is around. She's not doing anything. She's just literally sitting there. Mando walks in and says, I've decided to join you. I want to become part of your clan, I guess, or your plan to take Mandalore. And she goes, there's no plan anymore. You messed it all up when you took the Darksaber because all my people left. They're out being mercenaries. You effed it up, Mando. You screwed me. And she's kind of looking pathetic. You're looking around like, what is she doing there? She's just laying back on this throne. There's literally no one else there that we can see other than a droid. She doesn't have any computers. She doesn't have any books. She's not doing anything. Does she spend her entire day just sitting there lounging thinking, I messed things up? I guess. I don't know. It's just not working. Like a lot of this episode, I think. Mando goes, I'm going to redeem myself. I'm going to cleanse myself in the living waters of Mandalore. And she says, you are a fool, Din Djarin. Everything is a myth. Mandalore is destroyed. Mando says, okay, this side quest doesn't work. I'm going back to my main quest. I'm going to go redeem myself. See ya. And that's the episode. That's it. I've said before that I am not a fan of Disney Star Wars. I did enjoy Rogue One. I liked Rebels. I liked the nostalgia aspect of The Force Awakens. And I enjoyed some of Mandalorian. But this episode literally was a waste of time. I don't know what this did. And if this is how it's going to go, I'm not certain that there's much more of a future for the show, which is supposed to be a flagship show on D+, and I will always call it D+, and we should all call it D+. As someone who saw Star Wars in 77, it kind of hurts seeing where we are now. I hope I can find something good in The Mandalorian. Like I say, I enjoyed some of the first season. I enjoyed some of the second season. But right now, it's just not hitting the mark, and I'm afraid it's not going to get any better. I hope the second episode is better. Otherwise, okay. Questions, comments down below. Press all the good like buttons on YouTube, and I'll see you later.